Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another Fallout 76 video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than typical videos. Even though we haven't done a lot of videos for this game yet, we're working on it. We're working on a lot of content with the guys. But today's video is going to be a little bit different. I was just filming some clips earlier today, and unfortunately, we couldn't get anybody online to do anything with, so I was just kind of recording some clips to use for different things. And I happened to run across this group of guys. So really, without thinking about it, I was like, I started playing with them a little bit, started hanging out, running around with them, doing a couple things. It was pretty entertaining. So I figured, what the heck? We'll go ahead and surprise these guys. They don't know they don't have any idea they're playing with a YouTuber. Let's do something fun. So I hit record. The idea was I was going to record about 20-30 minutes worth of footage with these guys if they stayed around long enough. And then I was going to switch my mic over where they could hear me, because currently, as I was recording the video, they could not hear me, but I could hear them. So I'm going to play the video with their audio. We'll just pretty much uncut as much as possible, just cut out light loading screens and whatnot. But I wanted to just show off this gameplay with these guys. These guys were a good sport, so I want to give a special shout out to the two guys that I was playing with, the Critical Point and Zoe91501. So if you guys are watching this, I appreciate it. You guys were very entertaining. It was a lot of fun playing with you guys. But for those of you watching, basically in this video, we're just going to run around, do a lot of random things. We're going to do a lot of fun things. We're going to go around, take over a bunch of workshops, do a little combat. One thing I do regret is after we stopped recording and I was actually talking with these guys and explaining to them what was going on, discussing things with them, we did end up getting attacked, and it's unfortunate at the end of the recording. It's a shame that things had to go south really quickly. But we did end up getting attacked by a group of 4 level 40 and above players with full power armor, just basically just running around the map, just trying to kill people. I tried to help them out as much as I could. I didn't really have the resources at that moment to try to fight them off. So unfortunately, there was not a lot we could do. We just tried to survive as long as possible. I did not get that recorded, but these guys were trying super hard. They were being super sweaty about the whole thing. And I wish I had gotten it on tape. It would have been just super funny to watch. And go back and look. I mean, we basically just gave them the run around. At one point, I led them into a sewer drainage that they could not just walk out of. And it was like almost like a little maze to get in there. And then when I got to as far as I could go into a dead end, I just fast traveled away and then just left them there. So it was kind of funny. They chased us for probably a solid 15-20 minutes. But yeah, so without too much further ado, guys, let's get into this video. I'm going to add some commentary in here and there, but for the most part, I just want you to just enjoy this video. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit different than what you're probably used to from us, but hopefully we'll get back on regular videos. I just wanted to do this video for these guys because it was a great pleasure hanging out and playing with these guys. They were very good at what they did. It was an honor to be able to play with these guys, and I hope we can possibly do something like this again in the future. It was a lot of fun being able to play with random people every now and then. It just adds more content. So, again, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, so basically at this point we're just at this airport. We're just taking over workshops. We're looting bodies. As you can notice, one of the first things that you tend to notice right here is every time I stop or stand still for a minute, my body turns, my screen goes gray for a second. I managed to pick it, as you're seeing right now, I just turn invisible. I managed to pick up the chameleon mutation, which means every time I stand still or just idle for a minute, my character turns invisible, which, I guess you could say is incredibly helpful. I don't know. I'm hoping so. I mean, I'm hoping we can do some fun things. We can play Hideout and Fallout, and that would be fun. We'll see how that goes. Maybe. I don't know. If you can't turn off the hood, you can do that, but we'll see. So, like I said, we took over this workshop, so I'm going to go ahead and fix this turret. These are pretty good turrets. Now we're going to go, discussing, we're going to go try to take over this workshop that you're seeing now. The workshop that is essentially so essentially what's going to happen now is we're going to this other location, the giant steel mine. We're going to go ahead and take this over. So right now we're just trying to figure out where the workbench is, all that, try to figure out where the workbench is, how to I think at some point we're going to try to figure out how to actually start the big machine, but unfortunately we're not going to have enough material. We're going to need like some pretty hard to find material like nuclear waste, stuff like that, as he's about to say. He's also going to need lead, and unfortunately none of us had any of that. Since we wasn't sure if you could use lead ore. One of the guys had lead ore, which he'll mention in a minute. But yeah, we didn't. So unfortunately we didn't have the actual needed material to actually start the machine. We didn't think about later on the fact that we pretty much all got kicked out of the server. When we came back in, we didn't own it anymore. So we kind of kept looking for it, but none of us thought about the fact that we didn't actually own the location anymore, so we'd had to have gone and take it over again, which really wouldn't have been that hard. Taking over the workbench is not actually that hard to do.
No, I don't have any of those. I'm sorry.
So at this point, we're still trying to figure out how to actually start the machine. We still haven't quite figured it out. And to be honest, like I still personally didn't figure out. Nobody mentioned how they were actually able to do it. Like I assumed like it was going to be these big machines these big circular machines you see on the sides here. I thought it was going to be those. You have to like interact with those and like repair each one or something. But unfortunately, that's not it. So as you see, I get kind of close to each one and try to figure out what we're supposed to do here, but unfortunately did not know. I'd never actually been to this location before, so it was actually pretty new to me to actually have come here. But now we're going to get into this little building. We're going to check in here, and one of the guys is going to... I wasn't quite sure what he was actually trying to do. I think he was trying to like knock something up or stand something up that was knocked over. Unfortunately, I think whatever it was he was looking at wasn't on my screen because I spent probably 5 minutes while editing this video trying to figure out what it was he was trying to hit. But there's nothing there on my screen. Now we're gonna, like I said, while the other guys are trying to figure out how to get it going, try to get the materials and everything together, we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna skip to the next clip here, and we're sitting there while we're waiting. Me and him are just going to... I guess he's never seen a guitar sword, so I pull it out. I figure, you know, it's one of those weapons not a lot of people have. So basically what we're doing at this point is me and him are just gonna kind of play around, just kind of mess with each other. We're just gonna, so even though we're on the same team, you can't do team damage, so we're just kind of, and it doesn't hurt your weapons or anything as far as I know. So basically what we're doing here is we're just having a little bit of fun, just having a little go at each other with our melee weapons. He's got his little fire axe, and I've got a guitar sword. So, you know, obviously a fair matchup. Unfortunately, my aim with melee seems to be very terrible in this game. Most games I'm pretty good, but this game, the melee is like really, really weird. It's really weird to try to aim. Because like the direction you look is also the direction you swing. So if you don't look down, you don't swing down. It's not like a giant hitbox like it is in most games. Now here, one of the other guys apparently left without telling us or something. So now we're trying to go to... Now we're going to go to him. He's a little bit further off to the southwest corner of the map. He gives me a good call out here. We turn around, catch this guy by surprise, pop, his head's gone. Now we're going to loot his body real quick. Take all his good stuff. Like, see, like as you can see, like every time I go gray, it's so weird to get used to. Especially in this area, it's so weird looking when it does it. I mean, it adds to the creep factor, but I think at times it's a little bit much. And by this point in the video, I have already lost. This server was starting to lag pretty bad. I don't know why. But things were starting to lag pretty bad, so I had already gotten kicked once by this point. As you can tell, there's only one other person on my team. So at this point, we're all just trying to join back in, hopefully join up together, because like I said, at this point, I hadn't even had the opportunity to tell them what was going on. Because I want to give these guys credit. They played very well. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely different. So I hadn't even had a chance to tell them what, what was going on, or to let them know that they would be mentioned in a video, or anything. So I'm hoping like everybody jumps back in. Unfortunately, one of them didn't, but the other two stuck around. So I just wanted to give them, the credit for sticking around and hanging out. It was a lot of fun. I was actually getting ready to swap my mic over so that they could hear me. Unfortunately, like I said, then the server issues happened, and I'm just trying to hold on. I'm actually almost literally holding my breath because I've already plugged my mic in so they can hear me at this point. So I'm trying to be as quiet as possible because I want it to be a genuine interaction with everybody all at once. But unfortunately, it didn't quite go all as well as planned because of the server issues. So right here, I find this one just lone guy on the porch. I'm gonna go ahead and separate him, take him out real quick. About this time, most of the team gets back except for the one guy that I don't think ever makes it back. If I did, I do apologize. Credit to you too, my friend. But I just could not find your name later on while editing to give you the credit. So I do apologize. Yeah, so here we're just going to kind of pick off the few remaining guys that are still trying to hide in the buildings while trying to loot these buildings. Bethesda did a really good job with like rendering some of these buildings. Like this area literally looks like it just had a nuke dropped on it at any given time, and it's an interesting area to try to run through. You just start getting random radiation poisoning at times. A lot of these mole guys just hiding all over the place. It's a lot of fun to try to go through here. Their levels are not too high. I mean, we were able to handle it pretty well. Granted, I'm level 48 at the time. As you can tell, their level's a little bit low, a little bit lower than mine. So I was a little bit afraid that the enemies would scale to me and not to them, but it wasn't too bad. Right here, we get kind of caught off guard by this guy hiding on this hill. But as you can see, me and my friend here, we took care of these guys pretty quickly. Why do you need to know how old I am? You're never too old to enjoy YouTube. Don't do that. Don't make me feel old. I'm old enough. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. I'm old enough. But these guys, like, I probably haven't laughed this much, except with the rest of the guys in a while. So it was a lot of fun hanging out with these guys. It was definitely, again, it was just something different to do and not something I typically do. But I definitely want to I want to start doing more stuff like this. So we're going to start getting ready here to end the video here soon. So I'm just going to kind of go quiet and let the video end. But if you guys enjoyed this video and then enjoyed the content with these guys, please leave a like. It definitely helps to support the video, support our channel. If you enjoyed and want to continue to watch our content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Consider subscribing to the channel for all future content related to Fallout 76, as well as all of our other supported games. It was great hanging out with these guys one last time. Credit to them. If you guys are watching, I hope you enjoyed. Look forward to possibly playing with you guys again in the future. So enjoy the rest of the video, guys. We'll see you in the next one.